Hi y'all, it's Allie. Welcome to my first YouTube video. I've kind of had this idea to do this for a little while, but I'm finally like pulling the trigger, finally doing it. Yeah, the idea behind like at least these kind of videos is I personally watch like a lot of reactions, especially through my journey of becoming an ARMY. And a lot of the time it's like new fans and it's all like my first time reaction, stuff like that, which kind of gave me this idea of like you know, people like reacting to something that I have seen before, multiple times for the most part. I mean, I think what like I probably named this something like my 1000th reaction to blah 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 to Black Swan in this case. And it's like, is that an exaggeration? Might not be. I can't count how many times I've watched this music video or any of their music videos. So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind this. I'll probably be reacting to like new stuff, will be like first time reactions obviously. Like I want to react to Film Out coming out because I'm so excited for that music video, and just it sounds like the little snippets and stuff we've heard have sounded really good, so I'll probably react and put like that up pretty soon. Because at least in terms of like me filming this, Film Out comes like, it comes out tomorrow morning for me, so exciting stuff. But with all of that out of the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and press play and get started. Bloop. That was a little early. Starting with that spotlight. And then all of them and stuff. I love that part. I love Jimin's solo part in this, it's so good. Oh, gonna go ahead and pause, because one, I want to talk about the starting on the spotlight, with like the black void around them. Like we kind of know like they're on that stage, but it's kind of even hard to discern like where they are, what they're on, and they're all in like, and they have the two outfits, the black outfits and the white outfits. But like the interesting thing, to me at least, and they're all in like, and they have the two outfits, the black outfits and the white outfits. But like the interesting thing, to me at least, with like the white outfits is that there are like bits of black and stuff on them, like in feathers, kind of hinting towards the black swanness of it. Kind of this idea like we never see them in like pure white, like they're not pure completely ever. Now I guess there's a lot of things that you could discern from that. I always think of it kind of, you know, gives me blood, sweat, and tears kind of vibes, the idea of like corruption and stuff like that. But yeah, so I want to talk about that. But the real reason I stopped at this exact moment is because we're getting to Suga's verse, which love Suga's verse, the lyrics, the flow, so good. And the shadow, it's kind of hard to miss that the shadow is like moving differently than how he is. And in this case, like the comparing between the two is like Suga is like, he's squatting down, he's, you know, calm in his movements. There's not a lot of like, you know, like erratic movements. Like with the shadow is very like erratic and like not glitchy, but like stiff in the movements, but moving a lot and stuff like that, which thumbs up, like pat in the back to Jimin, because I feel like that's harder than a lot of people might think, because like I feel like it's really easy to make it look really like make the form not look so like clear and like get his movements across very clear. Like it's easy to become just like this blobby shadow, but he does a really good job with it. So yeah, just kind of that comparison, bringing that up, talk about the clothes a little. This theater is really beautiful. It's just like a really nice and like they really highlight like the emptiness of it. Yeah, keep on going. Trying to pull up. With a spin into that transition, like Hobie shadows, important to point out here too. Hey, Jimin. Hey. Oh, Jimin's solo so good in this. His hair. And that cut. Ugh. Again, the editing. The editing is always so good. That little match cut there. Sinterjen, love Sinterjen. The classic little zooming in on all their beautiful faces. And then no, gotta pause. I love Hobie's verse. And that's another thing, like, some parts that I'm gonna talk about real quick aren't like in the music video, but like in terms of like choreography, that you can see clearer like outside, like in their choreography videos or like their live performances. But one of the reasons I really like this verse is like the rest of the members are like lined up on either side, and they're like bum 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 bum, gonna go deep, like they beautiful dancing, I know. No, I just really like that, like the drop into this verse. So we're gonna listen to it again, and then also back to like RM's part with the in terms of like the choreography. Maybe I'll watch a choreography video and I'll probably talk about this again. But like when it's like him and then Vmin, Jimin, and Tae like behind him, I just really like that part. Like, I don't know, I like the movements and that kind of thing. So I want to point out that was a little while ago, but gonna go back real quick. We'll go back to the wings. Get Hobie. Pulling Sugar. Oh, and we have a return of Sugar and Sugar verse again, which is so good. And now, oh, I know I like just pause, but like to pause again real quick. I really like, we're on the same, when, so it's J-Hope and Suga like together in this part, but then when we start Suga's verse, it's like he's back on that same stage he was on for his first verse that he does in this, and this time we don't see the giant shadow. It's just him, and like I probably paused a little too early actually, but myself. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm gonna go back then. This part with the shadow where he's like motioning towards it and stuff, like that's his shadow this time. It's not like the giant Jimin shadow, and I like that. It's very fitting that it's Suga too, because of you know, the music, his song Shadow, interlude Shadow, which I will do a video too, for sure. I love that video in that song. So yeah, but we'll get back to this. Oh, actually, before we get back to this, I didn't talk about this before, but you can see it here in like this screen too, with like the dark shadows and the bright lights. It's probably better also like when they're in the all white and it's like the spotlight on them. I'm an art history major, and so it just like scratches that part of my brain a little, because there's this thing that you hear you can't get out of an art history class without knowing about it. It's called chiaroscuro. I don't know if I butchered that. Chiaroscuro, which is like light and dark. And so it's this concept with art, mostly like you'd see in like Renaissance kind of time art, Renaissance era, of like contrasting like bright light, like bright lights, and like dark, like black, dark colors. Kind of like this spotlight effect that we have here. And so like when I think of this video, like I think of chiaroscuro. So just wanted to add that. And then the Jin that in his ears. Of course he moves, but the rest of them, like, right here, yeah, they all stay looking. Oh, this angle for this part. Get it, Jimin! Oh, and now he's in the black doing the solo, and he does a, oh, I love that part. You can just feel the emotion in this little part here. The camera look at that. Center Jen. Oh, the feet. The light dimming. And I really like how you can see like the spotlight in the audience and stuff like that. And now like you can't even see like their forms very clearly. It's mostly shadow. The Jimin shadow going down as Jungkook watches. And then he just casually leaves. I can tell you, still don't fully understand that part. I kind of do. This idea of like the shadow disappearing and like moving on kind of thing. I don't know. But like with Jimin solo, I was kind of trying to say there before was like it's from the point of view like where you can see the audience behind, like looking out into the audience, and you can see the spotlight that's on him as he's like withering away and dying. I don't know, it's little parts like that. The flipping between the contrasting like white suits, black suits, between the group shots and the individual shots, like Jimin's solo parts, solo dance parts. It just kind of really puts together this whole image of their concept that they're going for, especially when you, like, I really feel like you have to watch the art film that the dance company did to this, that they released back in like January and stuff like that before this music video came out, because it just really sends home this whole like death of your passion, the death of the thing you loved, you know, because they're like alone in this theater, like they're performing the song in this void. Like there's all these little things that just like if there's one thing that BTS and like Big Hit is just really good with, it's like the little things and like the background things and like putting things together. Their editing team is so good. Ugh. Big Hit just like you can just trust to give you like good stuff. Their creative team, the art department, like all they have like doing all that kind of stuff, so good. Their sets are always so good. I'll be gushing about the Big Hit and like production and staff teams probably a lot, because I really appreciate and I'm a little jealous of all their work. So yeah, I'll just kind of end it there then. Normal YouTuber stuff, subscribe if you want to see more, leave a like, that'd be great. I'm new to this, so we'll see how this YouTube thing goes. I'm gonna take it slow, gonna just kind of like get into a habit of it. I do want to film a reaction to Film Out, very excited for that to come out, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully be pretty soon.